Hello, everyone, and welcome to Venita's podcast. I want to thank you for spending time with us this afternoon. We always have a very, very special guest on. And today we have kind of a fun thing going on. We have a guest. His name is Joseph Hall. He is one of the co owners of Formula 222. It's a fitness gym, and I'm going to let him tell you all about that because I am a person about health and wellness, and I feel that it's very important that everybody take really good care of their health, and you need professionals to do that. So, Joseph, why don't you just introduce yourself, tell us your name, and a little bit of background about yourself and how you got started in all this.
Okay, my name is Joseph Hall, co-owner of Formula 222 Fitness Center, and my brand is called Hall Fitness. I got started at Planet Fitness as a cleaner and end up doing a something called PE at PF. It's a fitness class that they have that they offer members, and I started doing that. And the first person that I helped, she lost 100 pounds. Her name is Shanae, so that's what kind of got me started and realized like this is something that I really had a passion for. And then
Awesome.
eventually I just worked on owning my own company and it came to fruition.
That's awesome. How you got your name, the name of your company from
Um
Planet Fitness. You sure no you ain't make anybody mad over there?
oh no, it was called it was first called Fitness Professionals. But then when I had my son, Joseph, I just said I wanted to leave something with him. If I just wanted to leave a legacy. So I thought about Hall Fitness, and it had a ring. So I was like, oh, that Hall Fitness, yeah,
Yeah, it
that's it.
resonates. Yeah, awesome. So, listen, what inspired me to even ask you to do the show is number one, I am a member of Formula 222 and I'm dedicated. I love it. I try to go between 3 to 4 days a week to get my cardio in and to stay healthy for so many reasons. What I like about your company is that three of you African American males got together and started this business. I think that's so inspiring. I think everybody needs to hear that story because I think the brown and the black community needs to learn whatever it is you guys did to come together and start your own businesses, start their own businesses and not, rely on someone else and not pay somebody else's bills. Start your own and pay your own bills.
Yeah.
So how did you
Um.
and Jonathan and Brad come together? I don't even know Jonathan's last name, and he's my coach. Well, anyway,
Richardson.
okay.
Um, so me and Brad met at Planet Fitness, and he was training, and I was training, and I had my own facility at the time, and he ended up reaching out to me saying he wanna work with me, and I said let's do it. Me and Brad probably been partners about close to 7.5 years,
Wow.
and then Jonathan came in the picture through Brad, and we could all connected like that. Um, and then me and Brad just came up like since we were gonna move. We was at 1175 State Street for a long time, and then when we moved to our gym in North Haven, we just figured out we'd come up with a different name. And it was just Formula 222,
Okay.
and kind of how it got started.
Okay. Is Brad also a boxing coach as you are?
No, we all kind of got different superpowers, if you call. I'm more like the strength training, conditioning, and I do boxing. Brad is more like a weight loss, conditioning, and we all just got different styles of training. But it all matches up together, and us together is just one powerhouse.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I love it. Tell us how big the facility is, because when I go there, it's huge. Do you have any
Um,
idea what the size of it is? Because you have three big, huge areas.
yeah, we it's about close to 16,000 square feet, and we
Wow.
have another that we're merging with right now. Hopefully for the new year, we're gonna try to start like regular memberships. So that space is about close to like 4,000 square feet. So altogether, it's almost like close to 20,000 square feet.
Okay, so when you say regular memberships, you mean like in the area that we see, that I see when I go there in the morning, that 1, 2, 3 area, you're gonna start another section in there?
Yeah, we have another section in the back. A lot of people don't know about right now. But we're working on that, and then we're gonna start trying to do regular memberships
Okay.
and combine it all together soon.
Yep. I think having your own personal space when you work out is a plus because I've gone to some of the regular gyms. I won't say any of the names, but they're just so crowded,
Yeah.
and you have to end up waiting for machines and stuff like that. And you want to work on certain parts of your body, but you don't
Mhm.
know how to do it. So I love the group training.
Yeah.
If somebody wants information, how can they reach out to you and get information on, the gym, boxing lessons, whatever it is? Give us your contact information, email address.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, my phone number is 203-507-8542. My email is hallfitness21 at gmail, and um my website is hallfit.net.
Okay. Hall
Okay,
Fit. So
so
you started this thing because everything is Hall, right?
yeah,
It
I
starts
took
with you.
I took my name, and I really passionate about my last name because I have two sons, and I want them to I want them to know that their name is very, it means something.
You want to have a
So I
legacy for them. I hear you. I have two
yeah.
sons as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to definitely, and we just had our first grandson. So,
Okay,
wow, the
congratulations.
Lambert legacy rolls on. That's a beautiful thing.
That's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
it is. It is. I love the way you guys got started. And I'm sure there were challenges because anything too easy to get is just not worth having. And I talk from experience of being married 35, 39
Mm,
years.
mm.
So anything too easy to get isn't worth having. What advice would you give someone who is just starting out their own business, say with, one or two people or partnership, or, three or four, owners? What information would you give them if starting out a new business?
Um, I would just say if you get into business with somebody, just make sure that y'all have the same vision, the same passion, and it's gonna feel like you want to give up at times. Your business is not always up. Sometimes you have your downs. Sometimes you have a bad month. But I would just say if you keep going and you really got the passion for it, don't quit, because if you keep going, eventually you're gonna make it. Um,
Exactly.
so I would just say never give up, but just make sure you go into business with somebody. Just make sure y'all communicate on your goals and what you see yourself doing in 5 years, and make sure y'all on the same page.
That's good information. Do you guys have contracts, a written contract for each
Far as
other, for the partnership? Like, say for example, you have all these clients come into the gym, expecting to get group therapy. I'm sorry, not therapy. I have so many mental health specialists in here to get group training, and God forbid, worst case scenario, because I'm a life insurance person,
yeah.
what happens if, one of the partners, get hurt or just can't make it for 6 months to a year, whatever? What do you do in a situation like that?
But we all is unique thing about us is we all have our individualized business, so we all have our own contracts within our business, but we come together as Formula 222 Fitness Center. So like my brand is Hall Fitness, um, Brad is Body by Brad, and Jonathan is Lethal Workout. But together we have Formula 222, but we also have our individualized business within. They have we have our own clients. He have his own clients, but we come together as we need to. So if someone was to get injured or hurt, me or Brad or whoever will hold each other down. Far as like clientele will come in, and we would try to work with them until the other trainer is back up and going. So we definitely have each other backs.
Okay. All right. That's good to know because, like I said, I'm in insurance and
Yes.
it's always about what if because life happens, you know?
Yeah, life happens.
Yeah. So, what inspired you to do this? Who are your role models? Where did you get this idea
Um,
from? Who are
you
some of your
know,
biggest role models besides Planet Fitness?
my mother. So my mother tell something personal about me. My mother, excuse me, I'm sorry. My mother passed away. Give me one second. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Um, this thing is not going. So my mother passed away 9 years ago from a massive heart attack, and
I am
I
so
feel like
sorry.
so yeah, it's cool. And that's what made me feel like I felt like if I can't help her, at least I can help someone else. I mean, so that was my motivation. That was my everything before I had kids, before I had a wife, before I had a family, before I had everything. She was my motivation. She was the person that I would go to get a message or get some motivation or get advice of what I need to do. So when I lost that, I just had a passion on just helping more people. Like, if I can't save my mother, at least I can save someone else. So that's how I carry my passion for what I do, and I always hear in my ear, even though she's not here, just keep going. She always taught me if you fall or whatever, you just gotta get up and keep going and be a leader. And I
Exactly.
teach my kids that, and I present that. I practice what I preach. So I'm big on just saving people, giving people more years on their life, making people feel good, just making them feel like they can do it and keep a positive mindset.
Right,
So
right. That's pretty
that's
awesome.
what my motivation, my
Wow.
passion.
That's really really good. So, uh, how do you define success? I guess I would say. Do you feel like you've already gotten it, or how do you define success in
I
your
think
business?
I think success is it's not even financially because my whole thing is I'm not like a person that get motivated by money. I get motivated by a person like one of my guys, Chris. He just lost 100 pounds recently, and I feel like that is success because if if someone can come to me and lose 100 pounds, money nothing can make you feel more better than helping someone.
I agree. Oh my goodness.
So
So we got to talk about this person that lost 100 pounds because
yes,
that's so important. And people are interested to know that people that need to lose weight and just feel like, oh, I'm never going to lose 100 pounds. They get so down and so discouraged. What are some of the routines and what are some of the steps that what would you say to someone like that to just get them started? And tell us about how long did it take to lose 100 pounds because that's not easy. I'm trying to lose
um,
4 and I'm unsuccessful.
the Chris been with me for almost I would say a little over a year and a half, and I tell people don't give up, man. My whole thing is just keep going, don't give up. So when I write my workouts in the morning, I always write a motivational quote to just get our mindset because I feel like it's 100% mindset.
Mhm.
Because if you don't have the proper mindset, you're gonna quit when everything's get hard. Um, he had a little issue with his mother. He had to stop for a little bit, but I told him he used to call me and be like, give him advice and tell him what to eat and just stay focused. And then when he came back, he just got back to work and he lost 100 pounds. So it's just he said I saved his life because he had diabetes, he had blood clots in his lungs, he could barely run, he could barely walk when he came to me, and he defined all that. So it's just he always thanked me to keep keeping his mind sharp and just give him encouragement. So
Wow.
I just tell people just take it one day at a time, man. It's not give yourself a year to get. I don't care if it's 3 pounds. Give yourself a year to get accustomed to what you're doing, to get your lifestyle in order, your eating in order. Just have discipline and have a routine.
That's amazing to lose 100 pounds in just like 18 months and keep it off. I mean,
And
the first
that's that's my fourth person that lost 100. Sorry to cut you off, but that's
Oh, cut me off.
yeah,
That's oh, so you're an expert trainer
yeah. I have
and
12 years
losing.
in, so I've been doing it a long time.
Okay, everybody, you hear that? I'm just talking to my audience right now. You need to call Joe at 203
507 8542.
507 8542 and find out what that secret ingredient is and start getting healthy. If you're diabetic, if you have high blood pressure, if you have blood clots, it doesn't matter what your situation. At least call him and get some free information. This man has, you know, helped four people lose over 100 pounds and keep it off. That's extraordinary. I mean,
Yeah,
it really is. And he's
thank you.
passionate about it. It's not just about money. Of course, everything we do, we have our businesses, we need money to pay the bills. Don't get me wrong. But it's a passion, and you do it for that. And your real payout is being able to sit here and say, okay, I helped four people lose over 100 pounds and keep it off. That's really what it's all about. I didn't know that. I see this man, three, four times a week. And it's like, hey, good morning. I'm trying to get my workout. And, now I'm finding out all these things about you. That is,
Thank you.
yeah, that is all. That's awesome. That really
Thank you
is.
so much.
You have a lot to be proud about. So what would you say to somebody just like, once they give you a call, say they're obese. I have a niece she could barely get off the couch.
Mm.
She really has issues. She may have to start slow. And also, before I forget, you have a nutrition program as well, don't you?
Yeah,
Like a
I have
monthly
everything.
nutrition.
I have nutrition ebooks. Once you join, you get a free meal plan. You get everything you need with me. Like I want to make sure when you train with me, I want everything. I want you to be eating right. I want your mindset. I always give them like a book to read. When they start, I give them a jump rope challenge. I give them a meal plan. So it's no excuses. If you really don't see results with me, then you're really just playing games.
Yeah.
You know what
Do
I'm
you
saying? Because I'm a type of coach that's gonna, when you don't show up, I'm gonna call you. When you're feeling down, I'm gonna motivate you. I'm gonna ask you how you eat, and I'm gonna keep you accountable. It's about accountability.
Mhm.
Some people don't like it. Some people don't like to be called out. Like I'm not gonna tell you something that you're not. If you're doing good, I'm gonna give you flowers. But if you're doing bad, I'm gonna let you know you gotta step it up. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna tell you something you want to hear. Like that's not gonna work with me.
You're going to speak the
If
truth.
I'm gonna speak the truth, because what am I gonna do lying to you? That's not gonna do nothing. That's not gonna get results. It's just you can't have no excuses. You gotta do the work.
That's tough love. You got to do
Yeah,
it.
gotta
Yeah.
do it.
Oh boy. That's good because yeah, people it's hard and a lot of people want to give up. And if you notice it, and I'm not on a nutrition program because I know I would fail that test. I love to
No, see,
eat.
that's the
I
wrong
love to
mindset.
cook. Yeah,
No,
for
but see,
me,
that's the
it
wrong
is.
mindset. You gotta just see. You gotta be. If you can't be, so you can't be in it 50-50. You can't have one foot and one foot in and one foot out. If you're
Right.
gonna do this, you gotta do 100%.
Right. Right. And I'm talking about someone that's my phone. And I'm talking about someone that, needs to lose 100 pounds.
Mm.
They really, really have to be motivated. Now, when you get somebody like that, do you have like a cheat day? Because it's just hard to, keep up with the nutrition and the exercise. Do you have like a little relief day or a cheat day or, can they cheat on a meal? I know you're going to say no because you're laughing too hard.
No, it just would be. It's so hard to get a person in the mindset and discipline to eat right.
Okay.
I tell them, like, give yourself at least a month right now to just eat right and change your diet and get on a routine. Then moderation. You can have one day where you can have a cheat meal, but if you're gonna do that, you gotta be really disciplined to get right back on track. You can't be cheat meal this and cheat meal that, because then it kind of slips out of routine, because you're starting to get back into your old routine. My whole thing is you have to eat better than you train. That's my slogan. So if you're gonna, because your training is gonna be, you think it's the hard part, it's your eating. So if you eat better than you train, you're gonna be good.
Eat better than you train.
Yes,
Okay. All right. I got that. And you know what? Sugar is addicting. It's like
it
a
is.
drug. It's like cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes. And the hardest thing for me was that I thought I would never, ever be able to quit. And today I'm 25, almost 26
Wow,
years in quitting my crush proof Newports. And
it's amazing.
so if I could quit smoking, which when you smoke cigarettes, you're breaking, not just one habit, you're breaking like four habits. Sometimes I'm sitting at my desk with holding my pen like a cigarette. So you're
Mm,
breaking so many habits, and you really do. It's mind over matter. You have to just focus and, like you said, put your mind to it, do the work, and eat right and exercise. And like you said, I like what you said about doing it for a month straight or 2 months or 3 months and then think about, having that one cheat meal or whatever.
yeah,
I'm a sugar freak, so I just asked about cheating right away.
yeah. Cause we're not robots, and I'm not trying
No.
to. We're not perfect. We're not robots. We're gonna make mistakes, but I feel like that's why I'm a big thing on like failure. I love. Some people look at failure as a negative. I look at it as a positive because failure is not failure; it's a lesson. It's only a failure if you really quit. But if you fail at something 100 times and you learn every time what caused that failure, it's a lesson that you're learning, and you're learning how to do it better. See what I'm saying? So I don't look at mistakes as a bad thing. I look at it as a good thing. It's a learning experience. So
Right.
if you're going through your journey and you're trying to learn, it's okay to mess up and have a hiccup here and there. But as long as you're trying to do better, then you're winning.
Exactly. Every time you fall, when you get up, you're just that much stronger. I think there's an old cliche that goes with that. So
Yeah.
I have some other like financial questions. Like, how
Okay.
did you get started in your business? I know most people, and I was trained. I have my entrepreneur's certificate and all that, and I was trained that the number one thing you do was have a business plan.
Yeah.
Okay, what? Not
Yeah.
you? No, unconventional. Tell
Um,
us about yours.
I just after I start training a lot of people, cause I at Planet,
Mm-hmm.
and Shanae, when she lost 100 pounds, and I just constantly helped a lot more people. I would just say, man, I gotta kind of do this for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Planet Fitness is cool, but I had to have a plan on, all right, how I'm gonna get out of this and make this full time. So I had, got a couple credit cards, and I just start buying equipment, and I had equipment sitting in my house because I said eventually I'm gonna get a space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. I didn't even know I was gonna get a space or how it was gonna happen, but I just in my heart I'm like I'm just too good at what I do to just be working for somebody. So eventually end up getting a space, and I had the equipment for it, and I just paid it off back, and that's kind of how I started, and just promoting, and people seeing the results that I was giving out, and
Eh,
people, a lot of people knew me from Planet Fitness, how I was a good trainer, I was a good, I worked for Planet for 5 years. I was cleaner, opener, trainer, assistant manager. I like ran that gym, so it was
Mm-hmm.
just it was like I know how to run a gym. So I just had to take a leap of faith.
You know the business, so basically you didn't have to like write up a business plan and go to a bank and take out a loan and all that.
No,
So you're not in debt. That's
no, no,
beautiful.
no. It's
That's
kind of like
beautiful.
everything was really out of pocket.
Yeah.
Or, credit cards at first. I was in debt with the credit card when I bought the equipment, but eventually I just kind of paid it off, and
Mm-hmm.
it worked out.
Yeah, but you own it. There's,
Yeah,
when you take out a loan out for a car, there's a lien on your card until you pay it off. You
that's a
owned all
fact.
your stuff with your
That's a
credit
fact.
cards and everything.
That's a
That's
fact.
yeah, that's awesome. Oh my goodness. I never thought about that. So you've never taken out a business loan. Okay.
No.
You didn't have to do that. Any advice about setting up your business? In terms of like who does your accounting, or do you guys have accounting? Do you have like payroll? How do you
Well,
do that?
my wife, he kind of take care of my taxes because she's
Okay.
good with that stuff. I don't have any employees, so I
Okay.
don't pay anybody. It's just me kind of doing all the work. Eventually, I feel like I'm growing out of that, so I might need to maybe another year and some change hire someone so I can kind of get out of it a little more and do more things. But
Have some more
right
free
now, it's like a
time.
Yeah, it's like a one man job right now.
Exactly. So, how many hours a day do you work approximately?
At least close to 10
10
hours
hours?
a
That's
day.
not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. So, let me ask you this. How have you grown personally from becoming an entrepreneur?
Um,
What's your personal growth?
just a lot of. I feel like I learned a lot of just being like more of a people's person because I didn't, before I didn't really like people. I ain't gonna lie. I really was to myself, but I had to learn how to talk to people. I had to learn how to coach people. I had to learn how to be more positive. I had to learn how to change my attitude. Um, Even when I got customers that's just negative, I had to learn how to talk to them and tell them like, listen, that negative can't work with me. Like when I have certain customers and I look in their stories and now I just see a whole bunch of negative. I try to teach them like, listen, if you're gonna work with me, I need more positive. I need more good energy because I can't work off negative energy. Cause
Right.
I done been through so much in my life as a kid. I just don't have time for the negative energy no more. I done been through all that stuff and I just look for positive. So it made me grow a lot because I was really a negative person as a kid growing up, and I switched my life around and I'm just about positive and peace. And I'll tell you something even personal about me. I did 8 years in prison and I've been home 12, and I changed my whole life around.
Now
Um
that's inspiring. Go ahead.
I have I'm married, have my kids, and I did 8 years, and I'm got my own business. Been home 12 years, and just changed my whole life around. So I'm really, I really changed as a person. Really changed as a person.
Wow, I commend you. Congratulations
Thank
that
you.
you just didn't fall back into the system.
No,
And you know what? I don't take you got kids coming out?
no,
Oh,
no,
I don't take offense or I don't look down on anyone that can you get that off the screen? You spent 8 years, and a lot of people would take that as a negative. Oh, and go
no.
that way. I know for a fact that there's a lot of innocent black and brown people that went there. We didn't get all the chances that everybody else got. We didn't get the okay, we'll just brush it off. That's what you call son, pat him on the head, don't do it again. We didn't get any second chances. So, I understand that. I had two brothers. Actually, I lost two brothers.
Mm,
I'm getting emotional.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
lost
sorry.
two brothers. Well, it was so long ago, that kept getting in trouble. It's been 33 years since I lost one brother, and I lost my two older brothers. So I know how tough it is, to be a black male in this society. But
Yeah.
having said that, I'm very positive too. I might cry a little bit here and there, but I'm real positive. I wake up every morning and I say today is going to be a great day. No matter what's going on in the administration, I tell people, I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to have what I have. And we still live in the best country in the world. We could do what you did, do 8 years and come out and start and have a successful business. A lot of countries, you can't even do that.
That's a fact.
There are so many things. So I'm very optimistic. I'm always looking on the bright side. I might whine a little bit, when I'm in the gym, but that's therapy. You got to get it out. Say what you got to say and then move on. Don't dwell on it and don't make people around you miserable.
No,
So,
I feel like cause I and also to mention I have a full pardon, I have my gun license, but I feel like that that experience saved my life because as a kid, I could have hurt somebody or somebody could have hurt me. And I feel like God took me out of that situation and was like, okay, you need some time to get yourself together. So I look at it as a positive, not a negative. It's something I needed at the time. So, and right now, I feel like it also helps with, I'm trying to help younger kids
mhm.
that's having trouble in school and trying to mentor them. And I feel like they're going to listen to someone that kind of been through what they're going through, like not
Yep.
having a father. And I understand all that. So I'm not a person that studied. or went through this in college. I'm a person that had the experience that can help another kid that don't have to go through the situations I went through. I feel like God put me through that also because I have young men that I'm raising that they would never have to go through that because their daddy went through that, and I'm gonna teach them better not to even go that way. So,
Exactly.
it's like a superpower within a curse.
It
So,
is. It
you know,
really is. So I am going to show a video, if I could just find it, of this beautiful gym that I'm a part of. Um, where is it? My camera. We have so much fun at this gym. I want everybody
it's
that's
amazing.
listening to the sound of my voice to reach out and give this man a call and get some free information and, try to better yourself, make yourself healthier and eat right.
You're
And
right.
this way, as me, I can't find the video right now, but
Okay.
if you exercise and eat right, I eat right 5 days a week, but on the other weekends, I don't. But that's me. But I
I
do it
guess.
most of the time, and I exercise. Like I try to exercise at least 3 days a week. And what that does for me as a 65-year-old female, I take, one medication, a 10 milligram, rovastatin for my cholesterol because I can't give up shrimp. That's the only
Hmm.
reason I take that one medication. But if you exercise, it would combat what diabetes because the sugar will have somewhere to go
Hmm.
in your muscles. Is that correct? And you'll just be
Yeah, it's
healthier.
just
You'll be healthier overall.
and it's just beneficial all the way around. Just mentally, some people go through stuff like I went through my darkest time, like I said, when my mother passed, and I feel like working out it helped me release some of the pain that I was going through and the dark times I was going through, and it gave me back my power. So it's just like exercise is really mentally helps. I feel like it's 100% mental than physical. It's physical, but it's more of a mental. Cause you be going through some people go to like I got a lot of clients that say I'm having a bad day today, but I left the gym and now I feel better. Or they just
Exactly.
go there just to cause they have like a second home. It's just more about it's not just about physical. They have somewhere where they can release whatever they're going through, or they can talk to me. I have a lot of experience. They talk to me just to get advice. So it's more than just it's like a
E-
second home to people, and I'm glad
Exactly.
that we could create something that that can help the community, and we're not destroying, we're building, and we're just helping a lot of people get healthy mentally and physically.
And having a lot of fun. So I found my video. I'm going to show it on the screen. Just give me 1 second here.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Can you see it?
I can't see it.
You can't see it on the screen? You
Mm-mm.
can't? Oh. So come on out and join us.
Yes, yes.
So if I show him on the screen, will he be able to see it? Can you see this?
A little bit.
Oh, this is the one. Remember
Yeah,
that?
that's our triple
Yeah.
threat.
So that's how you
Yeah.
feel when you go to the gym. So you guys come on out, give Joe a call, and get some information. Jonathan, I'm sorry. My coach is Jonathan. He wasn't able to be here, but we'll get him in next time. But Joseph Hall, thank you so much for all the information. It
I
was a
appreciate the
pleasure
opportunity.
having you. Thank you for sharing your experiences with
No
our
problem.
audience. And
No
I
problem.
will see you on Monday morning. This is
All right.
Venita's podcast. And thank you all for joining us today.
Well, thank you.
Take
Blessings to you.
blessings. Take care, Joe.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, you too.